Hi there, everybody. I'm Eric King, and tonight for Doug Profit, fury and frustration tonight as several people living inside Louisville Metro housing properties lined up to lay out how they're living, and they are not painting a pretty picture. WHAS11's night teams, Taylor Woods and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie, were front and center tonight as the people most affected had the chance to be heard by local leaders.
Being heard was the entire purpose of tonight's meeting, and it's important to note that tonight's meeting was not designed to determine specific solutions, only to hear those concerns. And as you're about to see, those concerns were plenty.
I mean, mice, bad plumbing, no stove working.
People are in that building that's in oxygen. We got somebody in the wheelchair.
Louisville Metro Housing Authority residents voicing their concerns to the board and President Lisa Osaka, who plans to resign. This is what we've seen with our own cameras in the past weeks at Dosker Manor. Black mold, bug infestation, crumbling walls, and dirty floors.
Feces and urine and bloody sanitary napkins, and it's just the inhaling it, breathing. I have to wear a mask.
Danielle Laird has lived at Dosker Manor for 3 years and has moved to a second unit due to unsanitary living conditions. She says she hasn't seen an exterminator in months.
I was attacked by mice and I'm attacked by flies now, but no one has been out there to spray my apartment.
The barrage of complaints didn't fall on deaf ears. LMHA board members were in attendance, some virtually, and their only goal was to listen and hear the complaints. Since this was a regular meeting with public comment, there were no decisions made yet. Some Metro Council members like Barbara Shanklin from District 2 hope this will be the start of a partnership to address the concerns and frustrations.
This board sat there and did nothing for all these years. So hopefully we'll get new people, just like we have on the council.
Until then, Shanklin is hoping the residents can be moved to a safer living environment.
My thing is, are they really concerned? Do they really care? You know, that's my really big concern.
LMHA's director, Lisa Osaka, is planning to retire soon, and Metro Council members are already identifying the traits they want to see in her replacement.
Someone who's going to roll up their sleeves, go see about seniors. This is more than a printed piece of paper.
LMHA residents are also hoping for an entire new board to take over.
Yeah, we come and take a seat because we're tired of living in squalor.
And at the end of the meeting, LMHA took maintenance concerns from residents. Their next board meeting is set for Tuesday, October 18th. Reporting live in downtown Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 night team on your side.
Lots of frustrations there. Taylor, thanks so much. The Housing Authority Director previously told us in a statement her team operates almost 2,800 units and strives to maintain those units to local property maintenance code and federal inspection standards. She said about 1,000 units are managed by third-party property managers who are held to those same standards. New on the night team, nearly 4 months after a woman was found dead in Spencer County, police have arrested an Ohio couple for her murder. Kentucky State Police arrested Kimberly Walton and Edith Wetty in Cincinnati after serving multiple search warrants yesterday. In a release, KSP says detectives obtained the warrants after the coroner determined Christiana Walker's death was a homicide. Troopers found her body inside a home on Chapman Road in Spencer County back in May while responding to a house fire. Right now, we're working to find out how that couple is connected. Louisville Metro Police detectives have arrested a man who they say killed his stepfather yesterday in the St. Denis neighborhood. Jalen Forrest is now charged with murder. Officers responded to an apartment on Broadleaf Drive yesterday afternoon after somebody called 911 to report an assault. According to the arrest citation, the 911 caller told officers she was on the phone with the victim and heard yelling. When officers got to the apartment, they say they found Forrest alone in the apartment with the victim. While police initially said there was a shooting, an autopsy found the victim was beaten and strangled. The coroner ruled the death a homicide. You may have seen a lot of police activity in the Highlands today as officers responded to what turned out to be a swatting call or a fake emergency call. This is video that a viewer sent us of that scene around 1 o'clock this afternoon. This is at Lucia Avenue, which is just off of Bardstown Road. An LMPD spokesperson says officers responded to the home after a caller said he'd shot a woman and was going to shoot his 2 children next. People living in that area were told to shelter in place and nearby schools were locked down. The SWAT team went in but never found anything. They're now investigating who placed that fake call. Tonight, Louisville Metro Police say a man was killed when he lost control of his vehicle. This happened around 6:40 tonight on Newburgh Road going over the Watterson. Investigators believe the motorcyclist was speeding, lost control, and was then thrown from the motorcycle. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police say no other cars were involved. Family and friends are preparing to celebrate the life of a 10-year-old boy from Crestwood who was killed in a crash over the weekend. Jake Luxemburger died Saturday after Kentucky State Police say a man they were pursuing crashed into the car he was in. Visitation is tomorrow from 2 until 8 and then again Thursday morning at 10. A memorial service will follow Thursday at 11. Both are going to be at the Stoas Funeral Home in Crestwood. A GoFundMe is now set up to help the family with funeral expenses. If you'd like to donate, visit WHAS11.com. Leaders at Metro Corrections are taking more steps to prevent deadly overdoses in and outside of the jail. The facility has added a free Narcan vending machine to the exit lobby. It will now allow people leaving Metro Corrections to have access to that overdose reversal medication. Last year, the jail made free Narcan available to inmates in every dorm, and since then, they say 24 overdoses have been reversed.
I want us to stop and think about this number for just a moment. 24 lives have been saved by residents alone. We have instilled trust and resources, and guess what? It has been shown to work and work effectively.
The vending machine is part of the University of Kentucky's Healing Communities study. They bought the machine and stocked it with the initial 300 units of Narcan. The Office of Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods is expanding its reach, making mental health resources available to everybody. Counseling will now be available at all 8 Neighborhood Place locations across Louisville. The city is also funding services at La Casita Center to specifically serve Louisville's Latinx community.
I'm excited. Just working with La Casita, you realize the lack of support and the lack of resources there is for mental health services. A lot of immigrants come over here and obviously don't have documents. And so when they are needing these mental health services, they have nowhere to go.
Leaders at the center say they receive up to 3,000 phone calls a month from people trying to connect to services. To schedule an appointment or find a location close to you, visit WHAS11.com.